Chris Bruce here with us.
Happy to help, happy to step in, of
Chris,
course.
for joining us.
I'm excited about this next segment. It's going to be great.
Oh, yes, it is. I'm very excited, too, because it hits home for me. Yes. So we have here from the Delaware Restaurant Association, Meghan Gardner. Is it Meghan Gardner or Meghan Garden? Meghan Gardner.
Gardner. Yeah,
right,
it's definitely Gardner.
Yeah, definitely Gardner.
She's not a garden, she's a gardener.
Yes.
Exactly. Yeah.
And she's here to talk about the Student Pro Start Invitational, which is happening this Wednesday, February 18th. So, good morning, Meghan.
Good morning.
Yes, Meghan,
Thanks for
good to see
having me.
you.
Oh, so
and listen, the
excited.
Pro Start Invitational is easily one of the coolest events in Delaware. And Delaware has a lot of pride in it, right, Meghan?
Yes, we do. We have some national champs from 2 years ago.
Wow.
So that's a really big deal. And we're excited to bring it back to the Chase Center this Wednesday.
Well, before we talk about the event, I think it's really important just to kind of give a foundation about what is the Delaware Restaurant Association, because that's really the driving force of this event. So tell us a little bit about your involvement with the Delaware Restaurant Association.
Okay, so I'm the vice president of the Delaware Restaurant Association and the foundation.
Yes.
The association is our member organization. So we have our, we have 2,000 restaurants, over 2,000 restaurants in the state of Delaware. So we employ 1 in 10 working Delawareans works in hospitality in some way or another. And the association supports all of our restaurateurs. The foundation does all of the work with workforce development and education. So we have a program in 26 high schools. We're in correctional institutions. We work with people with disabilities, all to get training and then support the employers too, so that everybody can have an opportunity in our industry.
Excellent, excellent. Obviously, I have a close friendship and connection to the Delaware Restaurant Association,
you do, yes.
which you know, Chris, because of my involvement in the restaurant industry. But I was very excited Meghan was able to join us this morning to talk about the Student Pro Start Invitational, because that's what it's all about, our future leaders of the hospitality and restaurant industry. So it is coming up this Wednesday, and you're no stranger to the event.
I've actually hosted the event a few years. And it's really a cool event to see these students mix it up in the arena, so to speak. You've got a couple different sides of it, from the culinary as well as the hospitality. And they're all doing their thing to kind of put themselves out there. It's a great way to get practical learning, to get mentorship with other professionals in the area. And all the students are teamed up with professionals, right? That's how it works. But tell us about the structure of the event, how it works, and what are these students getting out of it?
So there are 2 team competitions. One is culinary. That's like the fire, the intensity. We have teams of 4 or 5 kids from these high schools. They're paired up with their educator and then often a mentor from our industry. And they have 60 minutes and 2 butane burners. So it's kind of worse than Chopped. They have 60 minutes, 2 butane burners, nothing prepared, no running water, and they do these incredible 3-course dinners from it, right?
My gosh,
appetizer, entree, dessert. So we have kids who a few years ago, our winning team outfitted a hand mixer to do meringue, right? So they have to get really creative, but then they also have to work together. There's a time, it's 60 minutes. And then the great thing about our competition is it's judged by industry professionals. So some of the best people from our industry are our judges, like Vincenza. So that's really special because our students get to talk to people, famous chefs from Delaware, restaurateurs, managers, just to really get their feedback too. The management competition I refer to as Shark Tank. It's like a ground up, you have to create a concept, a menu, costing, marketing, an organizational chart. Really think like a restaurateur and think, where am I going to put this? What's it going to look like? And what are we going to serve? And how are we going to market it? So you're really thinking of the full, like nose to tail idea of this restaurant.
Yeah, it was really, really cool. And that, 1 butane burner kind of reminds me of like camping. When I was a kid, my dad, we used to whip up all kinds of weird, cool culinary treats with limited resources. But what they do on that plate, what's actually put out, you've seen it as a judge, is really top level. Talk about the judging experience for you. What is that like?
So last year, for those of you who don't know, I was able to attend as a judge for the first time, experience the event, and I was blown away.
Yeah, unbelievable.
Blown away by the overall experience. It was a full day of work, and hats off to you and your team, because I know it takes a village to put on such a huge event and competition. So to coordinate the itinerary, to coordinate with not just the judges, the educators and the students, and any guests that would like to attend. So this event, which I know Chris knows, but for those listening, it attracts many people from all around, not just students. We have local officials, the governor, the Department of Education. We even have celebrity chefs that attend the event and participate as judges, which is really neat because the students have a chance to meet them. So it's really cool that they're having this opportunity not just to acquire skills and network, but also meet somebody famous that they saw on television. So it's something even more to look forward to. And I had the opportunity last year to judge the, almost like you would call it, the front of house. The skills, the etiquette, how a server or a waiter would be in a setting at a dining room, for example, and they'd partner with Skills USA, which I wanted to give them a shout out because for the first time I was introduced to Skills USA and I was blown away by this program. And I'm so glad that they are a part of it again.
So
Hats
it's the
off
level
to joining
one,
them.
the level 1 competition. So we have the team competitions, and then we have level 1 knife cuts, we have level 1 cake decorating, and then we have the level 1 service. But to Vincenza's point, the best part of the day is it's all of these people are in this space, right? So we get colleges, we get careers, we get local organizations who come and talk about the resources available to our students. And all of this leads to scholarship opportunities for these kids too. So not only do they get to go, the winning teams get to go on to nationals, but then they get these great opportunities for scholarships all over our industry.
Yeah, it looks like, there's winners all around, right, in this event. And it really is a celebration, especially, on the food side when they're presenting and bringing the trays up to the, observation, the table. People are cheering, they're celebrating. And it's strict though. You guys, there's judges that are there critiquing every little thing, docking points for, really minor details that obviously are important in the restaurant industry. So they have to follow the rules. It's not just what they put on the plate, it's the whole process.
It is. And it's also, it's about more than just what they put on the plate, to your point. It's really about showcasing their whole journey in terms of their education and hospitality, right? Because then even the teams that cook the dishes, they then have to present, talk about where they source the product, why they wanted it to work, why they use certain things. So it's about public speaking as well. We're talking about real life skills for the future of our industry.
And what's nice about it being a competition, that's character building. I'm a firm believer in healthy competition, healthy keyword, healthy competition, which you provide this experience for so many students. And even the educators are a part of it too, because they're involved. The educators are involved. They're invested in this because without them, a lot of those students wouldn't be there. So hats off to our educators that step up and lead. Lead their team, lead their high school, so these students can come prepared to the competition. But the beautiful thing about healthy competition, it builds character, also public speaking, and then the opportunity to network. And that's what I loved most about the event, that you created an event, that you're bringing all these people into one space. I wish this existed when I was young.
It's very
wish
cool.
This existed. To being someone who's third generation in the restaurant and hospitality industry, I would have benefited from this event. Even if I'm not a chef, even though I maybe I didn't want to pursue the restaurant industry, but I would have benefited from it because of the skills you acquire, public speaking skills. We talked about that earlier in the show, that you can apply those public speaking skills in any career you pursue, not just the restaurant and hospitality
Well, and just the communication that you see in those kitchens and in the front and back of house elements. Communication is just a good life skill, right? And to see the teamwork that these teams are having to put into place to execute is amazing. So I'm telling you, how do people get involved? Can they go to the event?
Yes, that's important.
It is open to the public. I recommend people come between 8 and noon when the competition's really going.
That's the sweet spot.
Which is exciting.
That's the exciting part.
Lots of energy.
Then there's like a little downtime where we do things like headshots for the students and things like that. And then
so if you're a big fan of headshots, that would be, come by, take that look.
But otherwise, I would say come between 8 and 12. You'll get to see, you can hear the management students give their pitches. You can see these teams of students. These kids, they're sophomores and juniors and seniors. And they've worked really hard. This is like their state championship.
They work very hard. I had a chance to visit, I believe it was Appoquinimink High School. Was it Appoquinimink or Middletown?
It was Odessa.
It was Odessa. I had the chance to visit one of the high schools that participates in the competition, and I was blown away by the program that they have implemented within the high school. And I truly feel that every high school in the state of Delaware should have this program and should participate in this Pro Start event.
Well, they're definitely looking for more participants. So if you are a school, you're looking for a program like this, please reach out to Meghan. Are you the best contact?
Absolutely.
Perfect. So you can go right to Meghan Gardner and you can say, hey, how do we participate? That is really that. But go down and join them today or this week at Wednesday at the Chase Center.
I'll be there.
The Chase Center,
Get
8 to 12.
8 to 12 is the sweet spot. Get in there, cheer on these students. You're going to be amazed at what you see. I promise you. Vincenza, we've seen it, but we don't want to, keep it to ourselves. So get out there and go support this Pro Start event happening at the Chase Center this Wednesday. Meghan, it's really great to have you on.
Thank you so much.
Meghan, good luck with the event. Thank you again for joining us. And you have to come back with the winners.
I was just going to say, I would love to bring the winners back.
Please do.
Yes,
You're
so
invited.
they can talk about it.
Invitation.